This episode is sponsored by Squarespace.
Every year, every bloody year. Happy Halloween, everyone. Happy Halloween. I should probably explain what I'm doing. I'll do it quietly. In this town, there's a tradition every Halloween that people put masks on and they just go out and start breaking into houses and murdering people. It's a tradition, you know. It's like a village tradition. They do it every year. It's kind of, kind of got to respect the traditions, haven't you? And it's on Halloween, so I guess it's like, they're taking part. So it's like a tradition. I just wish that they didn't go around murdering so much. But yeah, one of them's just broken into my house and they're creeping around downstairs. So I've hidden up here. But welcome to episode 102, Bill Making Stuff Halloween special. What makes it special, you ask? Well, I mean, Kat's wearing this. Yeah, there you go, special, isn't it? It's coming up. But anyway, I should probably craft something because it's Halloween and it's a crafting channel. And then that's probably what I should do. I'm thinking maybe some scary masks. It seems fitting. I made masks in an episode a few years ago, and people really liked it. And I really enjoyed doing it, so I'm thinking of doing it again. And hopefully I'll manage to make them and finish them and show you them before I get all murdered and stuff. So time to draw, time to sketch. Let's get some ideas on the page. I have no ideas actually. I know I'm making a mask. I have no idea what the mask is going to be of. I just want to make something kind of creepy. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it kind of scares my children. That's the kind of gauge. And my wife. If I can creep my wife out, apart from the usual, if I can creep her out with the mask, that's a good guide. It's pretty hard to make creepy, scary things these days. I don't really know nothing's really that creepy or scary to me because I look at the practical thing that goes into making the thing. So it doesn't scare me at all. It's like watching a horror film and you just look at the practical effects and you don't see it for what it's supposed to be. You see it for what it actually is, like Vaseline, lots of Vaseline. But anyway, my point is, what is scary? I mean, you go to people these days and they say they've just watched a really scary film, like the bloody Conjuring or something, I don't know, and it literally is just jump scare after jump scare. Jump scares, you're not scared, okay, you're startled. It's like me setting off a little explosion in the corner of your room and you turn around and you're like, what is that? It's called being startled. It's not called being scared, and that's all that horror movies are these days, mostly. There's some good ones, but they're mostly just loud noises. So unless I put a speaker on the front of my mask that just makes a loud noise every once in a while, like a jump scare mask, that's actually not a bad idea. But no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm just going to try and design a creepy mask the old-fashioned way. Now, whenever I go creepy with a mask, I tend to go skin colour, fleshy skin, blood, gore. But I really want to kind of make something look a bit brighter, like maybe green or something like an old-fashioned zombie in an Italian zombie movie, or Return of the Living Dead kind of thing. That's kind of what I'm thinking for at least one of the masks. I'm thinking I'm going to make two because making masks is fun, and I want to have some fun. It's Halloween. Halloween's fun. As long as it doesn't go against your religious beliefs, which it shouldn't, because it's just a bit of silly fun, really. Not your religious belief, I mean, Halloween. So there we are, there's a few designs. I kind of like the skin one, the stitched up skin one. I think that looks pretty good. A bit of an old leather face. That's what I call the mother-in-law. But there we go. That's the designs. Let's probably not make any of them. And this week's spooky sponsor is, you guessed it, Squarespace. If you want to make a website, like a really nice website, then you should go to squarespace.com or follow the link down below in my description. Like if you want to make a scary website about, you've guessed it, you know what it is, it's coming up, pickles. You want to make a pickle website, then they've got you covered. It's just drag and drop. It's really easy to use. Anyone can do it. Even I made a website called thegutterlands.com where you can go and look at all the builds I made previously, and you can read up about them and see how all their stories are interconnected. But anyway, it's just really easy to make a website on Squarespace. So just go down in my description, click on that link, you get a little discount, make yourself a website, and just, I don't know, sell things from it. Oh, but Jesus! Where did that come from? That paper mache mask there, where did that come from? Oh, I'm glad you asked, Bill. I bought this in the Works, which is a cheap craft shop in England. You can buy them for £1 each. Now, I did buy some cheap plastic masks from the pound shop, which you can do the same thing to. The same thing I'm going to do to this, you can do to that. So whenever I've made masks in the past, you know, I love making masks. It's fun. It's always fun to do every Halloween, make a new mask. But whenever I put it on, my beard sticks out the bottom. It looks frankly, it looks slightly ridiculous. So I'm thinking like an old Greek style half face mask, or like a domino mask, or whatever you call it. What I basically mean is I'm going to cut the bottom half of this mask off and have my mouth and my beard and my chin incorporated in the design of the mask. But don't let that put you off if you're a child or a kid and you're trying to follow this and you're trying to make your own mask, or you're a follically challenged full-grown man with a little tiny rat tash. You can still make this mask. So if you caught my last mask making video a couple of Halloweens ago, I used paper mache, I think, maybe some glue and tissue. Tried to make it harder for myself for some reason. Today I'm going to be using air dry foam clay. Foam clay dries like foam, basically. It's soft and flexible, and it's perfect for cosplaying. So I'm going to make it easy for myself. I do apologise. I do tend to make it hard normally for myself, but I just want to have a bit of fun, I think. So these are my texture tools. I'm going to use to texture up the things to make them look like skin, and this is a big rolling pin I'm going to use to flatten it. But I do warn you, this foam clay stuff is sticky. It is really sticky. It sticks to everything. But anyway, we're just going to flatten it out like that and just texture it like skin. Make sure you got the right texture roller. I don't think that is the skin texture roller. I'm pretty sure that's not the... I'm pretty sure I'll find it in a minute. There we go. That's the one. That's the one that looks like skin. Now, I'm thinking for this mask, I want it to kind of look like a load of pieces of skin stitched together in like a kind of leather face motif. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm just going to make the skin separately first, let it sort of cure overnight, and we cut our little squares of skin from this one big piece. This is kind of a disturbing bit of narration here, but it is Halloween, so hoo-hoo, spooky. Also, you might be suffering from snow blindness. When I work with this foam clay for quite a while, I do tend to suffer from snow blindness. It's just so bright and white and nearly impossible to film. So whilst that big bit of skin is just curing away in my airing cupboard, I'm going to just work on my second mask, which is going to... I have no ideas for the second mask. I'm thinking just some weird zombie slash swamp thing slash demon. I don't know. I'm just going to see what kind of face I can sculpt with this foam clay and see if I can get it to look any good. So much like sculpting anything, I'm just bulking out those areas. I'm using a lot of foam on the cheekbones, like the eye bags, the nostrils, the little brows, you know, the little angry monster brow there. Just bulking it all up. I'll work on it later. This foam clay doesn't cure that quickly, so you get quite a bit of working time with it. I think also the really good thing about this foam clay and why people use it a lot for cosplaying and mask making and things like that is because it doesn't really weigh anything. I can already feel that this isn't going to weigh much more than the paper mache mask. You know, like if you did this with air drying clay, normal clay for example, it's like attaching a big slab of rock to your face. So this is what I got so far. It looks kind of Faustian, you know, like those big cheekbones and the eyebrows. I don't know, but I'm going to use a bit of water and a brush just to kind of smooth it out a little bit. Also add a bit more of a working time to it. If you add a bit of water to it, it keeps it a bit soft. You can still work with it before it cures. And we use some sculpting tools and just refine little lines, add some lines in here, bit of texture. When in doubt, just texture, honestly. See, I didn't really plan on anything when making this mask, but this is kind of like when I have the most fun. It's when I just go for it, just improvise, make it up, see where it takes me. You know, find the shape within the lump of foam clay, or is it that find the sculpture in the marble? Someone said something like that. Bit pretentious, but then again, you know, I'm a bit pretentious sometimes. I think when I'm trying to sound smart on a narration for a video, I'm just going to be quiet now. Anyway, it looks pretty good. I quite like the look of it. It looks a bit like a tribal mask carved out of wood, or the mask in the film The Mask. You know, Loki's mask before the MCU, or the Green Knight in the story The Green Knight. You know what I mean. Anyway, let's check on my bit of skin curing in the airing cupboard. This is all evidence. So I was thinking of using scissors to cut this up into little squares, but then I realised no, I could just tear it. This stuff tears really easy, and it looks slightly more authentic if you're looking to make little squares of human skin to make a mask. Tear it up. Now this foam clay is still slightly uncured, that's why it tore so easily, but I'm going to use a bit of PVA glue to help stick it to the mask, because it's not that sticky anymore. It doesn't really stick on its own, so a little bit of PVA glue. So I'm not putting these on in any particular way, I think. I mean, it kind of looks a bit like a Roman helmet with those big bits down the side, but I'm just going to try and put them on as random as possible, I think. Honestly, this whole project, I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it. Happy Halloween. So there we go, my skin patch mask is pretty much done. I think it will look 10 times better when I put some stitches in there, but for now let's go and check on the other one. Hello! So it's slightly cured, not completely cured yet, but I want to stick something down here like a weird goofy mouth. I've got these resin teeth that I used on a project a little while ago, and I figure, you know, let's make some creepy little teeth. So I'm going to use a little bit of extra card there with a little bit of air dry foam clay, just to make some gums, make some gums that we're going to stick some teeth into. If you don't like the dentist, look away. That's going to be most of England, to be honest. But this is like a reverse dentist. I'm putting the teeth back in. Kind of fun. It's kind of fun doing this. I got a dentist soon. I hate the dentist. Nothing to do with me being British. I just don't like the dentist at all. I think ever since I watched Marathon Man. And there we go, a beautiful British smile. Let's hot glue this thing back on, and let's get back to putting some stitches in the other one. The other mask, I mean. There we go. I'm quite liking that. Hi, what can we do for you today? Oh, stitches. You've got a little bit of a... We need to stitch this guy up, basically. I want every single piece of skin to feel like it's been stitched in place, which means lots and lots of stitches. Now, I did consider using real thread and needle, but then I just thought I'd use a little drawing pin some holes in there, and put some wire, some Christmas wire. Sorry, generic holiday wire in there. This took me forever. But I only filmed about 5% of it, and I sat on my sofa the rest of the time doing it and watching horror movies, you know, because a monotonous task like this is kind of, it's one of those things I like doing, just sitting there watching a film, because I don't have to think too much about it. Also, I don't know about you, but I have this kind of weird, strange mentality where I can't sit there and enjoy a movie unless I'm actually doing something practical and towards the channel, which is me sticking a load of stitches in this mask. That's not healthy, is it? Probably not healthy. But on the other hand, it's pretty therapeutic to do something repetitive and monotonous. As I've discussed before, I do enjoy it. So, I mean, maybe it's good. I don't know. I'm just full of hypocrisies. I've got to be honest. Contradictions and hypocrisies. I think as long as you know that you don't know everything, you're fine. It's the people that do know everything that are the problem. Hello again, me again, Bill again. Hold on, one second. He's coming up. Anyway, I just want to interrupt the video to say thanks for watching. Give us a little like, a subscribe, comment, all that stuff, and join Patreon if you enjoy this channel. Also, I gave the patrons a little build challenge this month, and I said get some tacky Halloween plastic crap and make something good out of it, and that's kind of what they've done. I'll show you now quickly. There you go, amazing, like always. If you want to join in next month's challenge, there's a link down below. Join Patreon and join the Discord and all that stuff, and maybe call the police. I should probably get on with the build. Oh, you're all right though, right? You're fine, good. I'm happy for you. So spooky, it's time to paint. I sprayed these masks in the black and then with a white from above, like I said, in a full prime, because I like to, not that it makes much of a difference when you paint the thing, but it always brings out the detail, makes you feel better about the project, and you can also see what you're painting. When it's just a big solid black shape, it's kind of hard to see what you're painting. I also like to dry brush them in white so I can see the little details, so I can see them, and also so you can see them. I get lots of comments saying, what's the point of zenithal priming them if you're just going to paint them anyway and you don't see the zenithal? It's so I can see the details, and I'm making a YouTube video. I don't know if you noticed, this is a YouTube, I need you to be able to see the details on camera. Have you ever tried filming something? It's horrible filming something just completely black or completely white. Anyway, just take it from me. Anyway, some of you may be wondering, is this story time with Bill or is this painting time with Bill? Because painting time with Bill is boring time with Bill, and that's normally story time. But this is just painting time with Bill because these masks have nothing to do with the Gutterlands, I don't think. Yeah, they have nothing to do with the Gutterlands. I have no story for these masks. There are no lore. They're just Halloween masks. This is a bit of fun. This is a Halloween special. It's special because it's set at Halloween, and maybe Cat's in a costume. I haven't filmed that bit yet, but it's a Halloween special. But look, I'm painting a mask. So I'm using this red speed paint to be act as blood, essentially. Am I allowed to say blood on YouTube anymore? Hemoglobin, claret, I don't know what you call it, safely, but you know what I mean. This is I'm painting with a blood type colour between the cracks to make it look extra spooky. Even though it's a dried skin mask, it will look extra spooky. The same thing with the gums and around the eyes there. Now we're going to use some of this camouflage green and grotesque green. I love this colour. So I still haven't decided what this mask is. In my head, I'm thinking a zombie from maybe Night of the Living Dead. Maybe Return of the Living Dead, when they're kind of a bit more green and grotesque and disgusting. I'm thinking kind of Return of the Living Dead. So they're the scariest zombies in zombie movies, in my opinion, because they're like kind of nearly impossible to kill. As far as zombies go, yeah, they're pretty hard to kill. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Actually, you know what? Let's go one further. I want to read in the comments your favourite horror movie to watch during Halloween. I'm always interested to watch new ones that I haven't seen. I've watched a lot. I do watch a lot with Dan Does and Theo Kane from Slimehouse TV. We do like watching a lot of horror films. But I would like to know what you think is a really good horror film to watch at Halloween. Maybe something obscure that I've never heard of. So I've just used a bit of lighter colour to blend in the cheekbones and the brow lines there. And now we're going to paint this skin with some elven skin colour. This mask is made up of pieces of elven skin. No, it was just the closest skin colour I could reach on my shelf. I'm using a brush there to stipple it on. I'm not sure why I decided to stipple it on. I think because I kind of wanted to blend the little red bits around the edge of the skin to make it look a bit sore. Now I'm really losing the detail with these stitches, so I'm going to use one of these play markers. I picked some of these up from my local shop the other day. I'm not sure why, just because whenever I go in there I need to pick something up, and I thought I'd try these out. Now this is a brown colour, and I'm not sure if I want the stitches brown. I'm not sure if it's even going to show up really. It's not really showing up that much, is it? Really, I think maybe we could try like a grey, like they're staples. Yeah, luckily I picked up a grey one too. That's much better, they stand out a lot more. Now this is going to take a while, obviously. I think with a paintbrush it would have been a lot harder for me. I mean, I'm a drawer really, so I prefer drawing than painting things. So this kind of worked out quite good for me. Would I recommend these pens? I don't know really. Like, if you're painting little stitches on a mask, then yeah, probably. But for anything else, I'm not sure really. Just get a paintbrush or a hairy stick. I think that's about it. Looks pretty good. It's missing something. I think they're both missing something. They're both missing an oil wash, which is what I'm going to do now. Now I'm not going to show you how to make an oil wash. You probably know that by now. I'm just mixing a bit of brown, a bit of green. I want a greeny brown, funny enough. Bit of old white spirit there, and yeah, hopefully just check it's not too thick before you put it on. That's too thick, Bill. It's alright, it'll be fine. We can wipe off the excess later. So satisfying. There are no washes as good as oil washes. I've tried all of them and they just don't seem to work as well. Maybe an enamel wash, I've never tried that, but oil washes, no other washes have that capillary action. They don't just run into every little tiny little crack, you know, like oil washes do. But they stink. They really do stink, and this mask is probably going to stink forever, but it's worth it, because let's let it dry. And look how lovely that looks. Look at that. Lovely. They look lovely. Now I want to seal this in with a bit of Mod Podge, a bit of matte Mod Podge. This will obviously protect the paint job and make the mask a little bit more solid, because the oil wash does make it go a bit flimsy. I think it soaks through to the paper mache, made it a bit flimsy. This will make it a little bit more solid. Now matte Mod Podge isn't as matte as you think it's going to be. It's slightly satin. You can kind of see a little bit of a shimmer there, which is kind of what I want. It's what you want for a full-size skin thing like a mask. And I'm going to use a bit of gloss Mod Podge just around the eyes and on the gums and the teeth, just to make them look a bit nice and moist and glistening. And while I'm at it, I might just use a little bit on the little cracks between the skin pieces there, just to make it look like it's still a little bit wet under there. But I think, you know what, I think we're pretty much done. Stick around for the glamour shots where the Mod Podge would hopefully have cured. Okay, Bill's done. Don't ask me how I made them in here, I just did, okay? So here's the first mask. I kind of like the way you can see my mouth moving underneath. And if I do this, it freaks my wife out. So this is pretty cool. My wife seems to like this one more, and my kids get freaked out more by this one. I think it's the teeth. Hello. Yeah, I do kind of like, I have to kind of talk like this. But anyway, that's the masks. I really enjoyed making them. What do you think? Let me know which one your favourite is. I'm not going to be sitting here all night. Yeah, I mean, I could sit here all night, but it's just going to be really boring. If I survive. Glamour shots coming up in a minute, and I'll see you next time, hopefully. Happy Halloween, everyone. Okay. Wish me luck. Hello. Yeah. Sorry. It's yeah. I know. It's embarrassing. Yeah. I've already killed everyone. Yeah. They're already. I got here early. Next year, maybe. Well, maybe not here because they're all gone. I love the mask. Mask is amazing. Happy Halloween. Yeah, it's just that way. Cheers. Thanks. So there we go, 2 spooky masks. I like them. Let me know if you like them down below. Which one do you like the best? And do you think this is kind of a nice Halloween tradition for the channel? Just making masks every Halloween. I would like to do that. So, you know, let me know down below. And a big thank you to my patrons. Thank you, patrons. Thanks for taking part in the Patron Challenge this month. And thanks for supporting this channel, providing me with foam clay. I do appreciate it. Oh, one more thing, just